Hi everyone, I am Yasmin Fehmi. Welcome back to another of NJ Pack's 10 Newark Creators interviews on Instagram Live. We're interviewing Newark-based artists, entrepreneurs, health workers about how they're adapting to our changing world. Music maker and coffee aficionado Adam Bergo, who runs Black Swan on Halsey, and I'm going to bring him in right now. Let's see if I can find him here. Hi everyone, welcome to the feed. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi Adam.
Hey.
All right, it's just cut off. Push this up a little bit. Okay, there we go. How are you? How was your Tuesday?
Tuesday is going well so far. It is the first week we have opened our doors to allow people to order inside and see the art that we have on the walls inside of Black Swan. So it's been a good Tuesday so far.
That's exciting. Do you want to quickly show me what you got behind you?
Yeah, so these are two pieces from our most recent artist, Irie. I don't want to say the last name because I will probably mispronounce it, but it's Irie Kiraru, and that's the art right there. She does oil painting with a blade, so you can see some of the art there, and I can even show you guys. Yeah, all up and down the wall there, all the way from the entrance to the start. So.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah, it's exciting times right now, and we're happy to be open and happy to be serving the people in Newark.
So I just have to confirm, you're not wearing a mask, so you're alone there right now, right?
I'm alone right now. I have my mask right here.
Okay, cool.
I could put on if you want, but I figured we want to see faces. And we do actually do some pretty strict, COVID protocol. Everyone gets temperature in and out. All of our staff members constantly hand sanitizing, constantly washing hands and making sure that everything is clean. This is actually a plexiglass behind me, so that people can. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, you see it in the corners there.
Oh yeah, there we go.
So that people can, so that we're staying protected from the customers that are coming in and keeping the customers protected and everything like that. So.
That's great. Yeah, so you guys have really ramped up. So before we jump into everything related to Black Swan, I wanted to talk to you about kind of your journey getting to where you are now. I think not a lot of people know this, maybe just me, but you were a really successful track and field athlete in college. And that was about a decade ago. So what happened in all that time that landed you making music and then now, co-managing Black Swan with Laura? How did you get here?
When you say a decade ago, it makes me sound super old. But yeah, it was just about a decade ago now. It was a good time. So I was a track athlete in high school. I was a high jumper first. That was my event. High jump, triple jump, and long jump. I had much success in high school. I went to Westfield High School and set records there. I'll actually be going to the Hall of Fame for 2021 at Westfield High School. And that launched me into my career at Rutgers, New Brunswick, where I was running track collegiately for the NCAA and made it to what do they call it? All-American, honorable mention All-American, which means that I was competing at the national level there. And I was really trying after school to try to make it to the Olympic trials and qualify and do the whole for America, get the rings, get the gold medals, and get on the stand and do the whole thing. But unfortunately, that was cut a little bit short, just due to life and injuries and sports. That's just the name of the game. The expiration date on athletes is pretty short. So, but it was fun while it lasted, and I was able to get a lot of experience and fully and travel and do so many good things there. And that's what led me into that kind of boosted me into my professional career, which actually started in marketing I don't know, I feel like I'm talking a lot, but yeah, it started in marketing right after school.
Yeah.
Got a job doing marketing for a power tool company. Was promoted through the ranks. Went down to South Carolina to work at their headquarters. And one Thanksgiving, I come home from Thanksgiving break, and Laura, my mother, is talking to me about some awesome ideas after they had just moved back from California a few years earlier. And she was saying, "What do you think about Newark?" And I was like, "I don't know. What's going on in Newark?" You know. And that's when she talked to me about the idea of the coffee shop and how she was really wanted to open up Black Swan and open up a coffee shop in the area, provide specialty coffee to the city, and the rest has been history.
That's awesome. It's such like people have such multifaceted lives, and you're no exception. And it's really interesting to hear about.
Yeah.
So, when you were doing athletics and when you were working in marketing, were you thinking like, oh yeah, I could see myself running a business one day, or I could see myself, you know?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I feel like, ambitious youngster coming out of college. Like, it was one of those things. Like, I used to have like meetings with my career advisor at the time. Like, and I'd be like, oh, I want to open up these all these businesses. Like, when I was like 19, like, oh, we should do a laundry service for all the students at Rutgers, or like, oh, I want to open up like a fat sandwich spot, like, but instead it's bagels and all these other different things. And the entrepreneurship just runs in the family. And obviously from my mom and to my dad and now. And, it was always a huge thing. And then if it wasn't track or business, it was music, which was, that I've always been into music. In high school, was in choir, all those, that type of thing, play a concert choir and was singing. And it was always a big part of my life. And then going into college, when I started playing sports, I kind of got out of it a little bit. But, some friends from home, Malcolm Allen, he I forget what year it was, junior year of college or sophomore year of college, calls me up and he's like, yo, man, like he's been rapping and writing since high school. And he's like, yo, I've been doing music. Like, you think you could come and help? And so at first I'm like, okay, yeah, I can help. And I'm sitting in his room one day and we're writing music and recording on a microphone with a sock over it and on some hustle and flow type stuff. And I thought it was something I could do. So for that the next 4 or 5 years, moving out of college and down to South Carolina, me, him, and a couple other friends, Christian and Shaq from back home, we started writing and rapping music and going into New York City and really trying to make it happen. And moving to Newark, leaving, fast forwarding and leaving there, trying to make this long story short, moving to Newark kind of opened my eyes to the arts world in a completely different way, that I might not have ever seen it if I didn't say yes to an opportunity with my family and to go into business to do Black Swan. And the people I've met here to help facilitate that aspect of life has been amazing. My mentor, Jermaine Hunt, out here, you can find him, JD Hunt Photos, JD Hunt Beats online. He was what opened my eyes to producing, because I didn't even think about making music, engineering music, anything of that sort really until I came here 4 years ago in Newark, starting what seemed to be a new life from where I was originally traveling. And
so is that when you started producing under the name Seven and you were kind of owning it and
yes,
putting that work in? Yeah.
Yes, 100%. When I moved back, it was when I moved back, it was feet boots to the ground and get it going, And at first I thought it was going to be in just writing, oh, I'm going to write, I'm going to be the best rapper of all time, right? Then it went from that, and I meet JD, so me, Malcolm, Christian, we're coming to the city, I'm like, yeah, we got the coffee shop, we're meeting all these amazing artists, from Chris Dolo documenting everything that's going on in the city, to people like Avita Robinson. I don't know if everyone knows her, but she does No Madness Tribe, which is a travel tribe community that she runs. And I'm meeting all these amazing people. I'm like, yo, we're gonna be the next amazing. So I'm thinking it's gonna be writing, and I meet the thing. And then he introduced me to the world of producing. And then I'm like, oh, snap. let me start producing. And then like, you know, it just has been like, as you can tell, I'm lighting up. Like it has been like the most amazing journey, like coming into my own when it comes to the music and creation of art out here. So like Newark.
It sounds like you really found like a cohort, like a community that you can integrate into and like do creative work, and like you really found like your people, you know?
Yeah, it has been amazing. So you know, I don't even know how to explain it. The pandemic has been interesting, you know, for everyone. But you know, it also gave us a time to really hone in on what it is that we're doing and try to refocus and things like that. But Newark as a whole, like when it comes to like you know, my journey in artistry and in music, it is like it's been phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
That's exciting to hear. And so with the pandemic, and I think early on in March, there was a period of time where like a lot of businesses in Newark kind of went silent or went dark for a little bit because they weren't sure what was going on. Did you guys have a period like that? And then how did you transition to reopening a little bit?
100%. We definitely had that period. I feel like the whole world did, right? Like, you know, you're hearing whisperings of things going on. You know, I don't want to even say it, but you know, everyone's talking like, oh, like COVID and COVID-19 is going on, and you know, no one thinks it can happen to us, and then it happens to us, and then what do we do? No one can go outside. You know, you're locked inside, and the only thing you can do is kind of like come together. You know, I remember those meetings with my family, sitting there like, all right, what's the next step? Like, is there going to, at the time it was like, what grants are there if there are any? You know, like what other job opportunities, if there are any, because like, what if it does go under? Everyone's got to go back to work, and really try to force through it. And you know, we were lucky enough to get some assistance and be able to open up again. I think it was, sorry about that. I think it was May or June.
Oh no, you're back.
When we opened up again, but yes, had a phone call coming.
Oh, did I lose you? Oh no, you're still there. Okay.
Am I there? Okay.
Yeah, you are.
All right.
So how do you balance that over the summer? How much time were you spending on making music? Did you have any time to make music, and did you have any time to produce? While thinking about
we definitely had time on our hands. And the first thing. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I just keep getting a phone call from somebody, and I'm trying.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah, we had a lot of time on our hands. The biggest thing was thinking about job security first. So it was, you know, business first, and music was after that. We need to make sure the family was taken care of. So we immediately decided to up our game on the internet, have our presence there. We built a whole website where, you know, you could buy coffee beans and start, you know, buying like merchandise. We started making tote bags and T-shirts whenever we could, thanks to the print shop, and really try to find different ways to keep the business running as we were unsure about what the future was going to be. And then in that time, that's when it was like time to like sit down and really start creating. I mean, it's tough though. For artists, a lot of times, like, or, you know, even for me, like, I feed off of being outside and taking in, like, the environment and the people and the world and just the wind, the water, just whatever is going on outside, and the people, the connection. And I really do build off that. So inside was tough, but it really makes you focus and stay disciplined and say, like, okay, like, yes, another day where we don't know what tomorrow brings, but, like, what are we going to get out of it? Are we going to, you know, do another piece of the website today for Black Swan? Are we going to make another beat today? Are we going to write another song today? Are we just going to like get mentally correct today? Like, what are we working? You know, like you had to do certain things during the time, whether it was doing the push-up challenge or anything to keep yourself fixated. And one thing that was a blessing was that's actually where I was able to work with a lot of other artists that I work with, and Red November, people know him as Nova, out here. And it was my first time working on a project which is live out on Spotify right now. Was assisting Red November's Any Given Sunday project, which has been, my first production credit. I think like my first, not my first feature, but first production credit for sure. First feature in a long time, being on Spotify. And it just was an amazing experience. I was able to, through like Zoom and FaceTime, trying to talk to the other artists and really build, like sending beats back and forth, sending verses back and forth from Nova, from talking over the phone with, like I said, with Malcolm and with Jermaine, and really trying to and Christian, and really trying to figure out okay, we're all isolated, but how can we create a product that can be out there? And that's when we really honed in and got that project done. So that's out there.
So that production was 100% virtual, we're just kind of shooting things back over the airwaves.
Virtual, sending links oh, you got to buy this, get this ordered to your house so that you can record this at home. So much stuff, from microphones to new camera, JD getting camera equipment, to Nova getting microphones, to Christian and Malcolm and those guys having to grab the old studio stuff and moving it to another place, so that when we all got locked in, we could still create. It was really difficult to figure that whole thing out, but we did. We figured it out, and we were able to get a help assist Nova on his project, as well as some stuff that I've got going on that I've been working on for a while, which hopefully by the end of 2020 I will be able to release. So
when is that coming out?
No official release date yet. I've been doing a lot of teasing throughout the year of some of the things I've been working on, but it'll definitely be out by the beginning of 2021, and it's going to be a combination of like I said, the people that I was working with throughout the pandemic, plus my own personal growth, production-wise and music-wise, throughout the year.
That's exciting. So it sounds like these two journeys of producing and running Black Swan have kind of been running in parallel this whole time.
100%.
And there's a lot of overlap. And obviously you're kind of one of the faces of Newark, because you're kind of seeing, you're on the ground level seeing everybody day to day, and you're sort of taking the pulse of the downtown area. What have you noticed over the summer, and is it picking back up? Are a lot of folks stopping by? Do you see your regulars still, or?
Yeah, so business-wise, we're getting back into, how do I put this? We have a really great community surrounding Black Swan, and we have a really great community of Newark and locals who live out here, who are trying to live their life the best way they possibly can. And when we were able to reopen the doors, after closing a second time, because I don't know if too many people know this, we closed twice during the pandemic.
Yeah, that second one scared me. I was kind of what's happening?
Yeah, and we only recently got back up about a month and a half ago, if that, 5 weeks ago. And we really wanted to make sure that we were providing a community space for people to come, so we can keep building as a whole, as a city. I'm sorry, I forgot what the question was.
No, it's okay. It's great to hear. It's just great to hear your thinking and Laura's thinking about it, because I think you are such a pivotal part of the downtown area. So how is it looking more recently? Is it still an order in line pickup type situation, or has anything changed?
Yes, so we initially decided to do a pickup window right outside the door. We created a little plexiglass window with some plastic in between to do an exchange, and that was what we thought was the safest way to provide the community some coffee and the Black Swan experience still, and the specialty coffee experience, and that was going pretty well. I mean, obviously the traffic had gone down, but this was our way of mitigating it, as well as doing the online store. But as of most recently, aka Monday, we have opened up the doors for indoor ordering, so you can come inside and order and see the art. And traffic has definitely picked up. I'll tell you that much. With some of the phases, being completed and allowing people back inside at 25% capacity, we have definitely started seeing an increase in traffic and in sales. And we added a bunch of things from our new coffee bags, which you can order retail coffee bags now. I'm sorry, I don't know if that's a good.
Oh, I love it.
There we go. Yeah. To adding food to different small food items to the menu, for like avocado toasts and salads and things like that, to keep just to keep people involved and enjoying the experience.
Yeah, that's awesome. Are there any like fall, winter type drinks that people like? Have you officially released your pumpkin spice latte like the rest of the world?
Yeah, we've tried to. There's like a very weird. I don't know what to call it, but in specialty coffee world, the pumpkin spice is got a little bit of I don't even know what the word is, but we try to see what. Yeah, a little taboo in the pumpkin spice lattes, but we do understand that people love the flavors, and we do understand that people like things. So we actually, for the fall, we do steamed apple cider with cinnamon, which is really nice with the cinnamon stick inside of there. But the wintertime is what is the most exciting, because we add our Nutella and peppermint syrups to our lattes. Ooh. Yeah, to make a very, very, very tasty drinks. So, and we also added caramel as well this year. So.
Oh my goodness, so good! I love this.
Oh yeah, we also we are really working our we call them coffee cocktails, non-alcoholic, of course. But there are a lot of really cool drinks that you can make with espresso shots. Everything from espresso tonics to cold fashions is what we call them, and essentially bitters and expressed orange inside of the espresso and some simple syrup. And we're getting our shaken drinks coming very soon. So we've got a lot of cool things coming in the future for Black Swan, and we're excited.
That's awesome. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
So you've told us a lot about these drinks. Do you want to show us how you're making some of these? I think you were gonna demo.
Yeah, if I could, I would definitely
art.
like to do a latte art demo real quick. If you can just give me 45 seconds, and I'll be right back to you.
Yeah, sure.
Doing. All right.
Katab, I love your comment about people and their obsession with pumpkin spice.
It is wild, yo.
It gets really intense.
All right.
I think somebody on the feed asked if you were single. I don't know if you want to answer that. That's optional.
A little personal, guys.
Oh, hi, Chris.
I'll put a little mood music in the background if that's possible.
Yeah, I'd love it. Is this one of your tracks that you're going to play?
It is. It'll be a beat that I've got. But I'm running the shop now, so I might not have enough time.
We can go over. It's all right.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Lots of folks just joining now. You are so welcome, Janae. We'd love to have you here. I love how the audience is like the same every week. It's like everyone we know.
All right. I'm actually going to, is it okay if I flip the camera and do like a little?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So this is like what I've been doing on Instagram lately, if people have been on there. So I steam my milk, stir it up to make sure that it's nice and the foam is nice and mixed in there. And I go ahead and I start the pour here. I give it a quick rest. And I like to do this.
Oh my goodness, so beautiful.
Hold on. Oh, I spilled a little bit, but that's fine. It still looks good.
It looks beautiful, yeah.
All right.
How long did it take you to perfect that motion?
You know, it took a lot of YouTube hours, much like everything nowadays. My friend JD always said I have a PhD in YouTube University, so I'm only at the master's level right now, but I'm getting up there. You know.
I feel like that's the millennial life. It's like, I don't know it. I'll just go on YouTube.
Yeah. So,
Well,
that's
that was awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
yeah.
People are wishing you were open because they want to come over right now.
You guys want to come hang out? If you can get here within 25 minutes, I will be here. I can hook you up with whatever it is you need, especially some good company. And I've really enjoyed this. This has been really fun.
So before I let you go, we have a few minutes. Do you have any stretch goals for Black Swan or for your music that you want to share with us?
Yes, actually, some quick updates on Black Swan, and I can actually pin them in the. Let's see, can I pin them in the? Here we go.
I think Christopher's about to come over right now.
Said he's parking. So let me put this in here. Let me see if I can pin it to the chat. Well, I put a link in there. So Black Swan is actually up for the 28th annual New Jersey Family Business of the Year Award. We are in the final runnings, and they pick tomorrow who gets that award. Yes. So Laura and I have been working very hard trying to defend our case so that we can get this award. It actually will be aired live on Facebook Live tomorrow at 12:30. I just put the link in there. I'll put it in again so people can all tune in and see what's going on with that, because it's a very prestigious award and it'll mean a lot to us if we can get that. And then the second thing is the future for Black Swan is opening up Black Swan Part 2. Ooh, there it is. Ooh.
Black Swan Part 2. Where is it?
We're not saying right now. We don't exactly, like, the future is where it will be. We're looking for a high traffic area in Newark to be. Unfortunately, the pandemic kind of like stifled some things there when it came to trying to find the new spots. But the future is the 28th annual New Jersey Family Business of the Year Award and finding Black Swan Part 2. As for music and Seven's music, you will be seeing me growing every day, trying to make better music for the people, projects coming out. And if you really want to hear some things that have been going on, you can check out the project I helped on over the pandemic called Any Given Sunday by Red November. And you can go on Spotify and listen to that. Or you can go onto my personal SoundCloud, which is at CEVN7. And I think that's about it.
I love it. I know everybody's on their phones. Just go ahead and open Spotify right now and pull that up.
Yeah.
So we got a few minutes left. Is there like kind of a last message that you want to share with everybody that's tuning in about how to stay positive, how to keep, your rhythm? Anything you want to say to the kind folks watching? Yes.
Stay grounded, meditate, keep your head right, because it's very easy to get caught up. I also would say, like, just as a personal message is we never know where life is going to take us. And that is 100% correct. If it's coming from your own personal journey of, thinking you're going to go one way with sports, or thinking you're going to be the next marketing genius, to opening up your own business and following your dreams towards music, you do not know which way life is going to go. And the best thing to do is to roll with it, accept it, and keep moving forward, and always trying to be the best you. So
I love it. Thank you so much, Adam. This was such a good time. I'm so glad we got to do this.
Yes.
I think you got to go let Christopher in.
They're like, oh, he's at the door. Hold on, he's at the door. Hold on. I know we don't have a lot of time, but we got to say hi.
I'm gonna sign out while you guys are doing that.
Wonderful. Yasmin. Thank you so much. See, mask on.
Thank you. Hey, Chris.
I told you I was outside.
gonna get one of our famous matches.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, so good. Well,
Yeah.
Thank you everyone who tuned in tonight. Come back and join us next Tuesday at 6 p.m. We're interviewing visual artist Sally Helmy. And make sure to follow us here on Facebook, Twitter to keep on top of everything NJ Pack. Adam, thank you again so much. Have
Thank
a
you,
lovely
Yasmin.
evening.
You too,
And
guys.
we'll talk soon.
Yes.
All right. Bye, everyone.